Okay, so we are studying about Maria Sharapova, and we saw that she was born in a very not very wealthy family, and she had to leave her parents, and she means along with his father, her father, she was going, but she had to leave his hometown and go to a new place for learning tennis for the practice, because the place where she was born was not the very well developed area, or there was no much facilities for tennis practice and all was not there. So she was so much interested in tennis, and she had to go to a new place, United States, and so she was getting the practice there. I used to be so lonely, Maria Sharapova recalls. So, second paragraph. However, the rapid ascent in the fiercely competitive world began 9 years before. With a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path to success and stardom. So when she was just 9 years, not even completed 10 years, and at that age she had to leave her hometown and go to a new place, United States, and she was in Florida. So but she was ready to face, like you are living in your own hometown, you are in Haria, and if you want to move from this place, the place where you are born and brought up, if you want to leave this place and go to some other place, it is very difficult for you, So you have your friends are there, classmates are there, or some are there, even like in the class you are studying, you are sitting along with your friends. Sometimes when the class is changed, especially like when we divide the section, some started crying and some come with complaints that I cannot survive without the other person. So like that you are making so much amount of problems. So you are you can be there in the same school itself there, or sometimes you may some of your parents are maybe having some, especially some government jobs or even private jobs, but they have frequent transfers from one place to another. So you may have to move from one place to another. One of my uncle is there, so he is working in central government, and he has to move from one place to another. Like over 2 years he will study, they stay in Tamil Nadu, and after that 2 years they will go to Gujarat. Then after that 2 years in Andhra Pradesh. So there, here and there they are going, and he is having two children are there. So they know around 14-15 languages, because they from small age onwards they are moving from one place to another. Okay, so like if we are they are belonging to Kerala, so they know Malayalam, obviously. English, they are studying in English medium school, they know English, and Hindi quite commonly they know. And if they are in Tamil Nadu, when they are living in Tamil Nadu, they will study Tamil. If they go to Gujarat, stay there for 1 or 2 years, then they will study Gujarati. Then they go to another place. So such a way they are moving from one place to another. They know different languages, they know different cultures, but they have a problem is that they don't have a like as you are having now. They don't have a close friends like. So like you make friendship with somebody there, and you live there for 1 or 2 years. After that you leave that place and go to another place. So you cannot maintain the friendship for a longer period. So you are having so many friends, you say that you cannot survive without the other one. But if you after 10th class when you complete, if you are going to Lucknow or Kanpur or anywhere for your higher studies, after that you once in a week and all. In the beginning you go there, every day you will call. After that your call will become once in a week. After that it will become once in a month. After that you will start forgetting. Once in a while you call. After that 2-3 years, once time only you call. So you may be very close to a friend, but when you are not closer to them, you may leave the relations. I was also having like that. So many friends were there, and until 10th class, many friends were there. After that I went to for 12th. Then there some other friends, but we did not have much contact with those who are having in school. Then after that we had many friends there in the when we studied plus 1 plus 2. After that I went to Tamil Nadu for degree. There also many new friends were there. After that I went I was in Madhya Pradesh for studying this degree. MBA, PG course. So different places I have gone, and working also. I work in different places. Like I was in Khalilabad. Some few friends are there, and now they are here. This around 5-6 years I have been here. So I am having some friends at least here, but I don't have much contacts or friendship with the people those who are of my own neighbors or people from my own area. Those who studied with me. But those who are being in your own hometown, they will have more contacts, more friendship will be there. This is a problem. If I go home, at home, I don't know, first of all, nobody knows me there. And one of my friends there, those who are there, they also, they are in different parts of the world. Some are working in foreign countries, some are in Delhi or in India itself, different parts. And I will go get holidays in one time, they will get holidays in other time, so we may not get a chance to meet each other. So that is the problem that we face. So she was also like that. So, but in the beginning, now you are thinking that I cannot leave this place and go, I cannot leave the other person. Such a feeling, attitude will be there. If I go out of Haria, I will not be able to survive. If such kind of feelings will be there. Or if I am taken away from my parents, I cannot survive, or I will not be able to live, accept it. All these type of attitudes will be there. But when you are placed to a new place, you will be able to adjust with that situation. So you will face this kind of, and you need to get adjusted with the new situations. Otherwise, you will not be able to get any success. So if you are only being in Haria, you cannot study, like good colleges and all are not there. You cannot do your further studies. You cannot do any like companies or any other options are not there. So it is not possible that you will be always, all throughout your life, you may not be able to be in Haria itself. You have to leave the place and go another places for getting more education and more job. So when you go in the beginning, you will find it difficult, but if you are ready to accept this one, accept it as a challenge and try to overcome it, then only you will be able to get succeed. So she was also like that. She was at the very small age, when she was just 9 years of age, she had to leave the hometown and go to a new place. But she was ready to accept this one. But it is also required a heart-wrenching 2-year separation from her mother, Yelena. The later was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life, that tennis excellence would only come at a price. So she had to leave her mother. So normally, especially girls, they are so much attached. They are attached with the parent, father also, but they need their mother, especially at the age of 9 and all. Then when they are small, children, they have so much attachment towards mother, So if you want to leave your mother, if you may be able to leave with, or father may not be there at home always. They are going for some business purposes and all. So if they are not there also, we don't feel much comfort, much problem. But if mother is not there, we may not feel that comfortable, So at your home, if you are alone there and your mother is not there, so you feel a lot amount of problems. And if you want to leave your mother and go somewhere, it will be a difficult thing. And especially for girls, it is all the more difficult. But she had to take that challenge also, and she had to leave her mother. And because of some visa restrictions, the mother was unable to come, and father and this girl had to go, and they were settled there. So she came to understand life situation that in order to achieve something in our life, we have to sacrifice something. So without taking any sacrifice, we cannot achieve anything. I used to be so lonely, Maria Sharapova recalls. I missed my mother terribly. My father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going, so he couldn't see me either. So even though the father was there with her, but he had to go out for working, and from morning till evening or even until night he had to work. So that for learning tennis, it is not easy, and it is expensive. More money is required. So he had to work long hours for making money for her training and for studies and other expenses. Okay, so then he was unable to see her, or at night by the time she sleeps only, father will be coming back. Okay, so even though father was there, but she was not having time to spend with her father. So she was feeling so much lonely there, when always alone there. Father also was not there, mother also was not there. Because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. So she was in the hostels, staying in the hostels, and she was very small. So she used to sleep early, maybe like at 8 o'clock, 8:30, and she will be sleeping. And other students, the senior ones are there, see, like those who are in the hostels and all, they have some kind of ragging or this type of systems are there. People, the senior ones, they will be disturbing the junior ones, so such kind of problems are there. So here she was having such kind of problems. So she was very small, she used to sleep early, but at 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock, the senior ones will come and make her wake up and tell her to clean the room and all. Okay, all the works and all they wanted to tell. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would have put up with much more humiliation and insult than that to steadfastly pursue my dream. So she like some people are there when some disturbance comes like that, so some problems comes, they try to quit or they leave. But she was not such kind of a girl. She was even becoming, instead of becoming more depressed, she was taking more courage. So she was making mentally tough for facing such kind of challenges. Even if the senior ones disturbs, then she is not arguing with them or just following them, whatever they say, and adjust with the situation. She is not going to fight with them, or she is not going to leave the situation. So she did not, because she was very sure about what she want to achieve. So she want to have a success in her life. So she did not want to leave the complications. She just continued like. That toughness runs through Maria even today. It was the key to her bagging the women's single crown at Wimbledon in 2004 and to her meteoric rise to the world #1 spot the following year. So see, like this mental toughness that she has brought up. So because of that only she could achieve the Wimbledon prize championship in the year 2004. And also she could reach to the topmost position in the tennis world. So she was having a very tough mind. She was ready to sacrifice anything for the success. So because of that she could achieve that. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis had touched the hearts of tennis fans, for the youngster herself there appears to be no room for sentiment. The straight looks and the answers she gave when asked about her ambition make it amply clear that she considers the sacrifice were worth it. I am very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It is my job. That is her mantra for success. So she says that even she she was born and brought up in Siberia, and she had to come up to the world. It is not a very big or a very well established place. It is very backward area. But she was able to come up to the world #1 position in the tennis. So she on the way to the this position was a lot amount of sacrifice, lot amount of troubles, and so many problems were there. But see, like the fans, the people, those who are interested in her, they were they feeling like some kind of sentiments and all. But she was not ready to accept all these things, So she was not having getting sentiments and appreciation for that. All this, she was not interested. She was very straightforward person, and she used to say that what I do is for my success. I am very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It is my job. So she is working hard for achieving, and she considers it as her job. It is not as a problem, or it is not a fate or anything like that. But the work that she is doing is considers her as her job. Okay. So, and she considers it as her mantra of success. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Clearing all doubts, she says, I am Russian. It is true that the US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. So even though she belongs to the country Russia, and she is taught in United States, but her attachment towards the particular nation is there. You know, see, like if you ask me, I am most of in my life, almost 10 years I have been in UP. But if somebody asks me where are you from, I will always say that I am from Kerala. I will never say that I am from UP. You know, because my attachment towards my particular state is there, and I have so much attachment to that particular state. And if you are working in America, or if you are going in any other place, if somebody asks you where are you from, or which country you like the most, you will always say that India. You know, so we are, if you ask to a particular state, then you will say UP, because the place where you are born, the place where you are grown up, is the most important place for you. You know, so even if we are going into another country or working for another country, but our attachment to the our own home country will be always there. Okay, thank you so much.